guess if I were to tell anybody in the world what the biggest benefit would be, I would say it allows kids to do what they need to get done, to learn what they need to learn, to be more organized so they're not as stressed out, so they can focus on what they need to do and what they need to learn.
Well, the biggest benefit from the blended learning that we've had is students being able to get what they need at their level. So it really helps personalize the instruction. We have adaptive programs on the computer that teach kids at their level what they need to do. So I have some students reading stories and answering comprehension questions, while other students are doing high frequency words. So it gets to those kids every day, whereas I may not be able to get to them every day.
They used to give us math, like a lot of math homework. We still do, but not as much anymore. Instead, we can do our homework on ST Math. It's basically this little penguin. So I go to the library with my laptop and do ST Math on there instead of having to go through my backpack trying to find a piece of homework.
They learn to work with their partners, to do collaborative work, or maybe work independently to work on certain skill sets that we need them to be successful at. So from me, they get a very important lesson on a skill or a strategy that we are needing to practice. Then at the computers, they learn again from a different source, and then they work together.
I have 2 children in Meeker right now, 2nd and 3rd grade. The biggest change I see is that the children now have computers and they have laptops, and it helps with they're using technology and using it on a responsible basis as opposed to just playing video games on them.
When I was in like 1st grade or 2nd grade, they would still give us a lot of homework. So when I'd have all these papers and everything, I'd lose them because I wasn't as organized. I mean, I was a little kid. But when I think it was about 3rd or 4th grade, we got laptops. And now you can save all your progress on your account, so you tend to be more organized.
I think it helps them. It helps the teachers with some classroom management where they can do small groups as well.
I really do think that it's a benefit for the teachers because when we do things on computers, like tests, the programming just grades it already. And so the teacher doesn't have to go through papers constantly trying to grade this and that.
It saves so much time for us. It gives us more time to really focus on the curriculum and what we're teaching and how we can do it. Technology definitely helps me with that because I'm like, okay, this is one step that's already taken care of. Now I can figure out these are their holes. How can I best fill them without having to spend 2.5 hours grading papers?
So it's not just come in and sit on the computer while I sit at my desk and kick my feet up. It's learn from me, learn from a computer, learn from all these different sources, and really teaches them to be more rounded students.
I think it's huge for them to be able to know that they individually have their own property and know that they're keeping it in good working order, as well as instead of having to share all of the time.
Well, right now we're sitting with enough to switch, but having one-to-one would really open up being able to do research projects, having kids get on and do discussion boards and all of those 21st century skills that we really want, instead of you can use it for a little bit, but then you have to go over here and write.
That's probably one of the worst problems we have because we don't have enough laptops. So when we do ST Math during math stations, we do this full thing like where the whole classroom does it, but sometimes the teacher has to send kids to go to other places because we don't have enough laptops in our classroom.
When my senior was here, it was more of a standard learning environment. They didn't have the extra technology.
With the way technology is going and how crucial it is, I think it would really be a hindrance if we didn't have this blended learning for students to learn those skills.
This world has gone completely to technology now, so a lot of jobs are going to require computers, and I've always been so worried about what I'm going to do in the future. My mom finally stopped me, but I've always been so worried. So when they brought computers to our school, they would encourage us to learn typing, learn how to use programs and stuff like this, other stuff, websites, and all the things I would need to learn if I were to get a job that requires a computer. Mm-hmm. And so I think that benefits me because I'll be ready for the future.